of this age, Yuga Dharma of this age is to chant the holy names. And why we chant this holy name? Because we all want to go to Golok Vrindavan. We want to go to Golok Vrindavan. Now, Golok Vrindavan, how do we go? It is not just that we chant and then immediately we can go up to Golok Vrindavan. It's not, it is not a simple uh, way or method that we chant and immediately we can go. There is some other ingredient to it. So I thought that today I will discuss on one aspect, that is feeling, chanting with a feeling. So that is the theme I thought I will discuss with you all. And any corrections, any improvements to be done from my side also, please advise me. I'm free to accept it and take it also. So the goal of chanting is to develop love of Godhead, Krishna Prema. We sing every day morning Mangalarti also. We say Krishna Prem we want. We want love of Godhead. But many times it becomes mechanical. It is it is like uh, we just do it for the sake of doing it. Like when we go to the temple, we may offer obeisances to devotees. When we offer obeisances to the devotees, uh, we do it physically, but how much mindful we are, how much conscious we are in offering that dandavats to any Prabhuji or Mataji, anybody. So that makes a lot of difference. Although externally we may not see that change, but internally within our consciousness, it makes a lot of change. So we have to we do this conscious activity when we love someone or we feel somebody very intimate, somebody very much close. So if we are chanting the holy names, then if we develop that kind of a relationship with the Lord, then our chanting, our quality of chanting will be very nice. See, sometimes we tell when kirtan is going on, sometimes we may say, kirtan mein maja aa gaya, or we may say, kirtan aaj kirtan maja nahi tha, like that. But who cares about our maja, our being maja or not being maja? Nobody cares. It is for the pleasure of the Lord we do. So that kind of a consciousness one has to keep remembering and keep doing it. When that is done in that mood, that time one can really feel the difference within himself or herself. So, how do we develop this love? We develop this love when we have faith on someone. Okay, it does not come just like that. When we trust someone, there is a intimate relationship that is developed. So, even in the material world, also, when we have so much faith on our mother, on our father, then we develop that love, intimacy with that person. So, like that, we have to develop. Now, who gives us this faith? The faith is given by our spiritual masters and the lordships. Like just now, recently, we had Nityananda Trayadashi. So, Nityananda Trayadashi festival, all of us have participated, seen Abhisheka, did Kirtan, heard the class. That day we did fasting. So many things we did. But he is the personality who gives us the faith. So there is a bhajan, I'm sure you would have all sang during the festival. नदिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजन पतिया चे नाम हट्टा जीवेरा कारण. Then he says, Shraddhavan jana hai, Shraddhavan jana hai. So he says, please have faith, have faith. So if we have that faith, then we will believe that the holy name has the potency. It is just like a small seed which can grow up to a big tree. Okay, that kind of potency. A small seed, if you see the seed by itself, we will think what this can do, but it can give rise to a big banyan tree. So, like that, the potency of the holy name is there. If we recall, actually, see when Prabhupada went to the West on the instructions of his spiritual master, he went just with 40 rupees. Now, we have heard this so many times, but when we ourselves are in that situation, what we will do? Recently, when I was going to office, somehow I missed to take my wallet, my purse. Okay, so I go to office, I catch up a metro also. So for metro, I had a pass. So I went into the train. I reached the other place. There I had to catch an auto. That time I realized, Arey, I don't have purse. I don't have money. Then nowadays we have GPay, Google Pay. So life moved on. So I could go to the office, I could finish my work, come back. Now, imagine with 40 rupees, will anybody go abroad? We don't go to supermarket nearby itself. We don't go to any shop next door, vegetable market, we don't go with 40 rupees. And Prabhupada on those days, he went with 40 rupees. That means so much faith, so much trust he had on the words of his spiritual master and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, that he will take care. Whatever is happening, it is by his management, his control. So Krishna is under control. Like that. He was having. Otherwise, he never made an agenda, a program that, okay, I will go to the West, then I will construct 108 temples, I will develop devotees. Even after going there, he asked devotees, so, how many of you have faith in Krishna? So, as soon as he he was, I mean, the devotees were asked, "What? How many of you have faith that in Krishna?" Many of them were not really very positive about it. But uh, so Prabhupada told the devotees that if you have faith, do you know devotees can conquer this whole world in 18 days? So much faith, so much confidence Prabhupada had. Of course, it's difficult to reach to the level of an acharya, but still we can aspire for it by hearing about them, by associating with them, by being with them. We can also develop a drop of that faith, and that drop of that faith is so much that it can inundate us in really chanting the holy name wonderfully and in a way that pleases the Lord. Okay, that is the thing. So we should have that unflinching faith and unwavering faith on the holy name. So basically, for doing japa, see, the goal of japa is not to destroy any sins or to overcome any difficulties, problems in life. So we will chant extra rounds, not for that. Or uh, sometimes we do chant that. See, generally, what happens, the tendency of the mind is to chant or remember the Lord when we are in distress, when we are in difficulty. We may do extra japa, we may really think of doing some yagya, homa, so many things for the Lord because we want to come out of that situation, come out of that problem. That is the reason we may tend to do because our conditioning is that deep. But the real purpose of chanting is to develop love for Krishna. So when we are chanting, we should keep this point in the mind that we are chanting only to please the Lord and to develop that love for Krishna. Today, I don't have any love for the Lord, but one day, someday, I will get a taste. So that is why sometimes when we are doing kirtan in the temple, we might have experienced that some moments we would have lost ourselves and really experienced that joy because that holy name has the heart, touched the heart. And we have chanted from uh, the deep feeling we have chanted, so we experience that joy because the holy name is Lord Himself and not different from the Lord. And the real purpose of chanting is to develop the love for Krishna. And also, we should remember three things while chanting. One is to pronounce the words very clearly and very nicely. Second, to hear what we are chanting very attentively and very carefully. Third is to chant with feeling. If these three things are kept in the mind while doing a japa, then our japa will be very nice. It will be pleasing to the Lord and it will be pleasing to us also because we are part and parcel of the Lord. So when we chant the holy names of the Lord, then that gives us the bliss, that gives us that happiness. So that is why I thought of speaking about this aspect of chanting with a feeling to the Lord. And with regard to the faith, see, we can recall that when Arjuna and Duryodhana were there, they both had gone to take help from Krishna, Lord Krishna. So Duryodhana's calculation was anyway, Krishna is not going to take any arms, he is not going to fight, so he will be of no use to me. At least his army, if I get, then I can win this whole battle, Kurukshetra. And whereas Arjuna's mood was, I want only you, Krishna. I don't want anything else. So when Arjuna asked Krishna, saying that I want only you, Duryodhana was relieved. He thought, Bapre, I wanted this. I did not ask for that. Otherwise, I would have nothing to ask. He thought like that, Duryodhana. So that is called that faith. And Prabhupada also says very often that we should chant just like a baby is crying for its mother. See, generally, babies, they when they are young, they're helpless situation, they cry for the mother, father, and all. But as the baby grows, the baby starts thinking that, oh, I am self sufficient, I'm self equipped, I have bank balance, I have a nice job, I have a independent house on my own name, I have a good position on in the office. ये काम से नहीं निकालेंगे, job will be retained, or my business is going very nice, it is always flourishing. Such things make us uh, go away from the mood or from the feeling of crying for the like a child is crying for a mother, no? That helpless situation is gone out of us because of these external things, which is prohibiting or becoming a wall between us and the Lord in chanting with a feeling. So we have to keep remembering about this, and we have to go into very much deep details, very particular details. We like, for example, Now, in the temple itself, we may be given the seva of washing the vessels. Now, while washing the vessels, there is possibility that I keep washing the vessels, but I may be speaking to the neighbor, you know, just mm, like something, or who is next to me, I keep speaking something. Oh, kya hua, ye kya hua, acha udhar ek acha program tha. Like that we may keep talking is not a wrong thing, I don't say like that. But what happens is it becomes mechanical. See, now I drive and go to office. Okay, many times I have experienced this. First day, second day, third day, 1 week, I may be little alert. Okay, I have to take a U-turn here, I have to turn left here, there is a signal here, there is a lot of crowd here, so many things while driving. But once I get used to that route, it blindly I drive just like that. I will not know the time I have drive. In fact, there is in the car we get a facility called as auto mode. So what happens is, when we can, if we are going on a highway, we put it at say 60 kilometers per speed or something, because it is very free, no speed brakes, no signal, nothing, khali hai. Then it will keep on going. I don't have to press clutch or acceleration, nothing. Just steering I have to take and balance so that it is on the road, and it will travel that distance. So in our japa also, in our devotional activities also, it may become a mechanical way of life. So it could happen like I chanted 6 rounds. 6 rounds कैसे हो गया पता ही नहीं चला. 7 rounds हो गया पता नहीं चला. Like that we would have crossed it. But we are doing it. We are doing it. We are doing it. So many years passed by while chanting and chanting and chanting. It is going on. Life is going on. Another so many years left for us. But if we do it little consciously with a feeling, then the two people will be satisfied. One is the Paramatma, second is the Atma. Two of them really will experience the joy of chanting. And uh, so, therefore, this Nityananda Prabhu has, he says, पति अचे नाम हट्टा जीवेर करान नदिया को द्रुमे Nityananda Mahajan. So he has opened a marketplace of holy name. huh? And we are supposed to go and take that holy name, purchase that holy name, and price of that is faith. But we are very much busy going to marketplace like D-Mart, Reliance Mart, and so many marts are there, Geo Mart, so many marts are there. We are busy in going to such marketplaces, and we forget the the real goal of life. We need to keep reminding ourselves, and keep remembering that we are uh, we are supposed to do anything what we do, it is for the pleasure of the Lord, not because I like it, not because I want to do it, I have to do it. No, no, no such criterias. Only one criteria is for the pleasure of the Lord, for the pleasure of my spiritual master. Let me do this. Let me do this. That kind of a mood should be there. And therefore, some ways to uh, implement this is, one of the ways is like we could do a sankalpa before chanting each round. See, generally, what happens after 108 times of chanting Mahamantra, we say Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, and then continue. So there also it becomes auto mode. So there we can pause for a minute. Some devotees, they chant once many times, some of the acharyas small one paragraph or two lines of bhajans, or they chant Shikshashtakam one prayer, Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Sahishnuna, like that, so that it reminds the mind saying that, okay, I should chant in this mode. Then Adhikari, that one, so the holy name is so powerful. Then I'm not getting tears. 12 years has passed. So such things, you in between, if you keep chanting that, it reminds, okay, we are in the service of chanting. Let me do it so nicely. Or some people do uh, a prayer like, my dear Lord, I'm doing this for your pleasure, your happiness. Please help me to chant this in that mood. And we chant. So let me chant this one round, that is 108 times Hare Krishna Mantra for your pleasure. So, like that, if we chant, initially we may not develop that, but slowly, slowly, Lord will understand we have put that endeavor, that effort. Lord sees that effort, and He will instill that taste within us so that we will be able to chant the holy name nicely. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I just thought that I will share with you these small points. If anybody has any comments, then you could please share with me. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for a wonderful nectarian talk. You highlighted faith is very, very important, and that we can get from the spiritual master and practicing the Krishna consciousness. And yeah, so 3 points also you highlighted, like pronunciation has to be perfect. We should be having feeling, and we have to hear attentively. Very nice. And we should not, ask for any material things, or we should not pray for removing the difficulties. That's a very good point, Prabhuji. Yeah. We always have to have to be in a mood that we have to work for the pleasure of the Lord. That is very much important. Then naturally Paramatma and Atma, they get satisfied through chanting. Very nice points, Prabhuji. Hello. Now the floor is open for questions. Anyone has any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I want to ask one question.
Hare
Kapil here.
Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhuji, in Vrindavan, a lot of chanting on Radhe Radhe goes on. And, once we also hear that that is more potent, or, for various reasons, Radhe Radhe. Can you comment on that? Which is more powerful? Why Radhe Radhe is important? And so on.
See, we are following the instructions of Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual masters. So they have guided us to chant the holy name Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which is the Yuga Dharma. In the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, third chapter, I think 51st verse also, it is mentioned that the holy name, and the holy name is also written there by Prabhupada, saying that Hare Krishna Maha Mantra has to be chanted for this. So we follow that. We are, I think, see, whatever we have got now from our acharyas is not less value. We need not get into a mood of, okay, ये अच्छा है कि वो दूसरा वाला अच्छा है, because that comparing tendency is there in us, which we do when we go to a shop. Also we do that, right? We want to buy this shirt or that shirt.
Yeah.
कौन सा purchase करेंगे? So that tendency is there. So
Okay.
that it comes into spiritual life also. So that's why that faith is a important aspect. So we have to follow Prabhupada and his instructions, and he himself has demonstrated it. See, when he went to the New York, he had nobody there. He just chanted the holy name, and slowly the hippies started coming, and finally it has flourished into such a big institution when he himself had constructed 108 temples, and today though we have thousands of temples across the world, ISKCON temples. So that has good potency. I mean, that reveals that it has potency. We can just trust that and go for it.
Okay, Prabhu. Yeah, very, very nice explanation, Prabhu. So because, Radhe is the internal potency, as you rightly said,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
probably in the mantra, the Radhe mention is not there. Probably, so that was also one
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Any other questions for Prabhuji? I think there are a few comments also, Prabhuji.
Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry.
Yeah, I can read it for you, Prabhuji.
Any questions, sir?
Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranams, Prabhuji. Very effective points to be noted. Thank you. Sadhu Sevan Das, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, thanks a lot, Prabhuji. Key takeaway, chanting with feeling. Following are some key points we learned today. He just summarized. Chanting with feeling, moved while paying obeisances to deities. The sole aim of devotional service is to give pleasure of the Lord to the Lord, not for our macha. Faith, intimacy, love. We do not give to a vegetable shop with 40 rupees. Srila Prabhupada went to abroad on the strength of faith. Srila Prabhupada, if you have faith on Krishna, we can conquer the world in just 18 days. One day I'll get the taste. Holy name will touch my heart also. Have faith and chant. Very nice summary, Prabhuji. And Keval Singh Rajput Prabhuji, I liked the viewpoint on Srila Prabhupada had gone 2 years with just 40 rupees with him. It will change my approach towards problem. Prasad Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. It's a wonderful session. Prabhuji point that we should chant like a baby cries for his mother with complete faith and prema on Lord. Shubhilash Prabhuji, thanks a lot. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thanks
Prabhu. Thanks for tolerating me. Kindly pray so that I will get that feeling and I'll be able to chant the holy name nicely in such a way that it pleases the Lord and his devotees.
His Grace Gopinath Prabhuji ki
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Thank you very much.
Dandat
Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.